So guys, this is GG Fighting Analyst, and I'm back with you with another full breakdown and prediction video. And there's going to be Matchroom's Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis. Now, this is going to be some fight, everybody. And this is happening in 2 weeks. A couple of weeks, yeah, this is December 9th. This is going to be a good one, everybody. And this decides, why not make an early prediction video on the Regis Prograis fight, and a lot of people said there's a lot of hype around this fight. According to definitely it is a lot of hype definitely going in this fight. I think. Well, I don't know. It is on the zone pay-per-view, so I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna sell. I think it's a big fight for me anyway. It's a big fight. But for fans around the world, for casuals around the world, I would think so. Devin Haney, everybody, versus Regis Prograis. This is going to be a good one. It does have a decent undercard. We have Regis, we have Matana Love in the undercard as well. We have some decent fighters on the undercard, and I think it's going to be a good night of boxing for sure. And that's happening in 2 weeks, and I would be staying up, probably watching it as well. All right, so let's get into the breakdown and prediction in this one. So we're going to start off with Devin the Dream Haney. All right, so we're going to start off with Devin Haney. Now, I know Devin Haney very well when it comes to his career. I've seen multiple fights. There's Gamboa. He beat Gamboa. He beat Lomachenko. He beat what's that man's name again? That by I'm trying to think. I know his name. It's just at the top of my head. It's quite hard to think of. What was his name? Linares, Jorge Linares. And he did beat the likes of what was his name again? He was a Mexican man. He was a Mexican boy, and he did beat him. He was able to beat him by a wide scorecard, and I'm just trying to think of that guy's name. I'm trying to think of it. It's in the top of my head as well. But he did beat him. So he beat some he beat some very, very good fighters, everybody. Now, he hasn't been able to get a stoppage in years. It was his last stoppage was like a big overhand, right? It was a big, massive overhand over the top. It was a big, like, right overhand. It was almost like a haymaker. It was crazy. I remember seeing it too, but yeah, he flatlined that opponent. I remember seeing that. But when Devin Haney did that, it was crazy. So Devin Haney, right now, I think he is 30-0. Now, I'm not gonna hit hard on the guy, but I'm just gonna say that most of his fights it's pretty padded. His record is pretty padded, but his resume though is good though, But most of his fights he fought nobody. In his first 20, maybe 25 fights in his career, he's fought pretty much nobody. Now his recent fights, now he's actually starting to fight big names. There's Lomachenko, there's Linares, there's the list will go a bit on, but he has beaten them fighters, and he has beaten them with quite impressive fashion. He did get hurt by Jorge Linares. He did get hurt by him. I did remember that. He just had to go, and he just had to get through them moments. But that's Devin Haney, everybody. Good boxer, good fighter, and yeah. So we're gonna go on to Regis Prograis, everybody. So Regis Prograis, very good fighter. Very good boxer indeed. He did have the war with Josh Taylor. I did remember seeing that war with Josh Taylor. Went the full distance, but he just came off short with a decision. That was his only pro loss in his career, was that Josh Taylor fight. A lot of controversy going around that Regis Prograis won that fight. I thought it was a very, very close fight. I thought it was very, very close for what I've seen. Because it was, it's controversial. And, it's a very, very, very close fight. So, so he did beat he did beat Ivan Radic, and he did beat, Jose Zepeda. He did knock him out in the 11th round. I did remember seeing that fight as well. So, Regis Prograis has some decent wins. He did beat Terry Flanagan as well. Oh, Terry Flanagan. I do know Terry Flanagan for sure. And he did beat Julius Ndango. He did knock him out in 2 rounds. So he's a bit of a dog. Regis is a dog. Regis is a dog of a fighter. But you got to realize now that Regis is 34 years old. He is coming 35. And his last fight he didn't look good. He didn't look good in his last fight. He looked bad. He did win by split decision. It was his hometown in New Orleans, but it was still a really bad performance by Regis Prograis. As boxers do have bad nights in boxing. You do have bad nights in boxing. It happens before. Fighters do have some bad nights. And they're probably, they still win the fight, but in the end of the day, the performance is just not as good as they wanted it to be, and that does happen. And that's what happened to Regis that night against Daniel Ito Zarola. Zarola, I remember seeing that Zarola fight, and he just wasn't doing well. But he still managed to get it by split decision. And, Regis Prograis, he just need a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do from Regis. And I hope he is ready for the fight versus Devin Haney, because, bro, he needs to be ready for this one, because this one is going to be a cracker of a fight. It's going to be great. I don't know. A lot of people is going to probably thinking, oh, it's going to snooze fest. Devin Haney is going to make it a boring fight from the outside. So I'm going to start breaking this down. I'm going to start breaking this down. So the breakdown. So, Devin Haney, a very good boxer, everybody. We all know that he is a very good technician boxer. He fights from the outside. Good technician. He's a good technicianer for sure. Regis, on the other hand, he can be good at technician too, but he goes into war mode sometimes, and he takes the technician out of the window and starts fighting like an absolute dog, And, Devin Haney is going to have to get ready for Regis, because Regis can fight a dog fight, everybody. And, Devin Haney, let's see if Devin Haney can, stop Regis in his tracks. And that's what I feel like, that if when the rounds go on, it's going to be the first round is going to be a feeling out process, second round, third round. I think, Devin Haney, with his sharp jab, consistent jab, he's able to pick off Regis. But, Lomachenko was able to stop that consistent jab from Devin Haney. Lomachenko was able to actually completely and utterly abandon Devin Haney's jab. Devin Haney against Lomachenko, Devin Haney wouldn't throw his jab that much, because he couldn't get a jab going. He couldn't get a flow with a jab going because of Loma's defense and Loma's angles, and he couldn't get a jab flowing. So he started digging downstairs, but downstairs didn't work. It did not phase Vasily Lomachenko at all. There was no power off his punches at all. But now he's at 140. Now, Devin Haney is at his place, I believe. And, he's known for a fighter that goes to most decisions. This day and age right now, he hasn't got a stoppage in a long time. It's been probably about 3-4 years. I don't know if it's about 4 years, but at least 3. I think there's definitely 3, probably a bit more than 3. But yeah, so he hasn't got a stoppage in a good bit. And I believe most likely is going to go for a distance. Now, I am not sleeping on Regis. I am not sleeping on Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis, I am not underestimating this dude. You just never know what could happen here. Because Devin Haney did show some glass chin moments in his career. I know fighters get hurt and all, but he got hurt by an old Jorge Linares, an old Jorge washed up Linares, bro. And I don't know, man, I don't know, that's the thing. If when Regis hits him clean, what's gonna happen to Devin Haney when Regis hits him clean, bro? That's exactly what I'm trying to think. I know a lot of people are saying that Lomachenko is not really known for power, though. Not that much. Earlier in his pro career, yes, but now recently, not really. I mean, he has been stopping people, but that's just been slowly breaking them down, But he hasn't been showing that raw counter ability power. You do see this raw power by fighters when they just counter you, they hurt you, That was some people, unbelievable raw power, And Regis does have that. Regis has that dog power, willing power. He is a dog. He is considered as a dog, bro. And it's gonna be a good one. It really is. So my prediction in this fight, everybody, you're gonna slam me on this one. I believe that I just think Devin Haney's too skillful. I think he's too slick. I think his defense, he's trying to do that shoulder roll Mayweather. He's trying to be Mayweather, bro. In the same time, though, I believe he's very, very slick, and I think he could be just too much for Regis Prograis. So I'm not, and so with that being said, I'm gonna have this fight Devin Haney by unanimous decision. I think he's going to go the full distance. Devin Haney's going to win this by unanimous decision. Let me know in the down in the comment section below. Not sleeping on Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis could stop Devin Haney. Is definitely possible, but I think Devin Haney is too much. All right, guys. Peace. See you in the next video.